Welcome, coin enthusiasts, history buffs, and curious collectors. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating story of one of America's most iconic pieces of currency, the Liberty 1-cent coin from 1996. A humble coin you might have held countless times, but one with a rich heritage and a surprising value that's worth knowing. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection journey, this video will walk you through everything you need to know, from the intricate details of its design, its historical significance, to how much this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth today. So, let's embark on this fascinating journey into the world of the 1996 Liberty 1 cent, to truly appreciate the 1996 Liberty 1 cent coin. We need to step back in time, way back to the birth of American coinage. The story of the Liberty 1 cent begins in the late 18th century, shortly after the United States declared independence. The young nation needed a standardized currency to unify its growing economy. The first official American penny was struck in 1793, famously known as the chain cent, which later evolved into various designs featuring the image of Lady Liberty, a symbol of freedom and hope. Fast forward over 2 centuries, and the tradition of honoring liberty on the penny continues, culminating in the classic designs we see throughout the 20th century, including the 1996 penny. The 1996 Liberty 1 cent features the beloved profile of Lady Liberty on the obverse, or front, side of the coin. This design is a classic rendition that has been used for decades, showing Lady Liberty wearing a coronet inscribed with the word Liberty. Above her head shines the phrase, "In God We Trust," a testament to the enduring values that shaped this nation. This design was crafted by the talented engraver Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, are subtly etched at the bottom of the coin's face. Brenner's work became synonymous with the penny for generations, making this coin not just a piece of currency but a work of art. On the reverse side, you will find the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of America's commitment to freedom and equality. This design was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and replaced the original wheat ears design. The Lincoln Memorial penny remained the standard reverse for over 4 decades, including the year 1996. The detail is incredible. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny representation of Lincoln himself seated inside the memorial. In 1996, the United States Mint produced billions of these pennies across several facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, making the 1996 penny one of the most commonly found coins in circulation today. Despite its widespread use and humble 1 cent face value, the 1996 Liberty 1 cent holds a special place in the hearts of collectors worldwide. But why? What makes this ordinary penny stand out in the vast sea of everyday change? The answer lies in several interesting factors: its minting variations, the quality of certain proof versions, and the sheer nostalgia connected to the Lincoln penny series. While the standard circulation pennies from 1996 are common, proof coins, specially struck for collectors with a mirror-like finish, are rarer and more valuable. These proof coins were minted primarily in San Francisco and often come in official packaging. Furthermore, some 1996 pennies display minor minting errors or varieties, such as doubled dies or slight variations in the design, which can significantly increase their worth among collectors. Now, let's talk about value. In general circulation, A typical 1996 Liberty 1 cent is worth its face value, 1 cent. Most of these coins are found in everyday transactions and carry no significant premium. However, uncirculated 1996 pennies, coins that have never been used and show no signs of wear, can fetch anywhere from 50 cents up to a few dollars depending on their condition and mint mark. Proof coins, especially those graded by professional services as being in near perfect condition, can be valued between $5 to $20 or more. Rare era coins or those with unique variations can sometimes command even higher prices at auctions or private sales, occasionally reaching into the hundreds of dollars depending on rarity and demand. If you're curious about whether your 1996 penny might be worth more than just 1 cent, it's crucial to understand coin grading. Grading evaluates the condition of a coin. Factors like luster, scratches, and wear. The highest grades, like mint state 65 or above, indicate a coin in near perfect condition and significantly increase its value. So, if you find a 1996 penny that looks pristine, shiny, and shows no signs of circulation, consider getting it professionally graded. It could be worth much more than you think. For collectors, preserving the condition of your coins is key. Avoid handling them with bare hands, as oils and dirt can degrade their surfaces. Use coin holders, albums, or airtight containers to keep your pennies safe and looking their best. Remember, even common coins like the 1996 Liberty 1 cent can appreciate in value over time, especially if well cared for. The 1996 Liberty 1 cent may seem like just a tiny coin, but it carries with it the spirit of America, liberty, history, and the promise of the future. Next time you find one in your pocket, take a moment to appreciate its story. It's more than just copper and zinc. It's a piece of art, a slice of history, and perhaps a treasure waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent 1996. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating stories from the world of coins and collectibles. And if you have a 1996 penny or other coins you'd like to learn about, drop a comment below. We love hearing your stories. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and remember, every coin has a story. Welcome, coin enthusiasts and history lovers. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the United States Liberty 1 cent from 1998. This humble little penny is much more than just spare change. It carries with it a rich legacy and an intriguing story that every collector dreams about. So, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just curious about the coins jingling in your pocket, sit back and enjoy the journey into the past, present, and future value of the 1998 Liberty 1 cent. The Liberty 1 cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has been an iconic symbol of American currency for well over a century. The 1998 penny is part of the Lincoln cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first time a president's portrait appeared on a regular U.S. coin, breaking away from the tradition of featuring symbolic figures like Liberty. Since then, the Lincoln cent has undergone many design changes, but the essence of Lincoln's image and the spirit of liberty have remained at its core. The 1998 penny features the familiar obverse design of Lincoln's profile, crafted by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, are subtly included on the coin's reverse. Now, let's talk about the design and what makes the 1998 penny stand out. On the front, you see the elegant profile of Abraham Lincoln, facing right. His thoughtful expression reminds us of his enduring legacy, from preserving the Union during the Civil War to emancipating enslaved Americans. Surrounding Lincoln are the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the year 1998 stamped on the right. The reverse side of the coin displays the famous Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This iconic building in Washington, D.C., is home to the Lincoln statue, symbolizing the respect and admiration the nation holds for this president. The coin itself is made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating, a composition that started in 1982 to reduce costs while maintaining the penny's distinctive copper color. The 1990s were a fascinating era for the United States, marked by economic growth, technological innovation, and cultural change. Yet the penny remained a constant presence, a small but important piece of everyday transactions. The 1998 penny was minted at two facilities, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins from Philadelphia carry no mint mark, while those from Denver bear a small D to the right of the year. This makes the 1998 penny relatively common, but collectors always look for subtle differences or errors that can increase a coin's rarity and value. In 1998 alone, billions of these pennies were produced and released into circulation, making them one of the most commonly used coins in the United States. Pennies like the 1998 Lincoln cent were used daily for everything from vending machines to tipping. Despite some debates about the penny's usefulness due to inflation and production costs, it remains a beloved token of American history. For the average person, the 1998 penny might just be spare change, but for collectors, it holds a special place because it represents a snapshot in time, a piece of currency that was part of millions of transactions across the country. Now, let's get to the question on every collector's mind: what is the value of the 1998 Liberty 1 cent today? For coins that have been in general circulation without any special errors or proof status, the value typically stays close to their face value, 1 cent. However, the value can rise depending on several factors such as condition, mint mark, and rarity of any minting errors. For example, a 1998 penny in uncirculated or mint condition can be worth a few cents to $1 or more to collectors. Certain rare varieties or errors from 1998, such as double dies or misstrikes, can fetch significantly higher prices, sometimes reaching into the tens or even hundreds of dollars. It's always worthwhile to have your coins examined by a professional if you believe they might be special. Interest in Lincoln pennies remains strong due to their historical importance and the fact that the U.S. Mint continues to produce pennies to this day. The 1998 Liberty penny is considered common, but its long-term value lies in how well it is preserved. Collector markets today show steady demand for high-grade coins from the 1990s, with prices often rising as mint state coins become scarcer due to wear and tear from circulation. If you're a beginner collector, the 1998 penny is a great starting point, affordable, widely available, and tied to one of America's most revered presidents. It's a tangible connection to history, commerce, and culture. Some people ask, why keep the penny? Well, beyond its monetary value, the penny is a symbol, a reminder of America's past, the values it stands for, and the stories behind each coin. The 1998 Liberty 1 cent serves as a piece of living history. It's a small, everyday object that links us to a grand narrative of liberty, leadership, and national pride. So, whether you've found a 1998 penny in your change, inherited a coin collection, or are simply fascinated by American history, take a moment to appreciate this tiny coin. It holds a wealth of stories, memories, and value, far more than its 1 cent face value might suggest. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent from 1998, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more fascinating coin stories, and comment below with your own experiences or questions about pennies or other coins. Maybe you have a rare find you want to share. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and keep treasure hunting in your pocket change.